So my name is Urs Rothmeyer. I'm Swiss, but I live in Barcelona since more than 20 years. And in 2012, I started the first chapter here in Barcelona. And since then, I have run 8 semesters, and we are now promoting the 9th, and I hope I can make it up to 10.
And how long do you spend running your chapter?
Well, that's a good question. Obviously, at the beginning, when you set up the chapter, you need a little bit more time. Now, after 8 semesters, we have a pool of really good mentors. Also, after 8 semesters, you know which are the good ones and which are the ones that you don't want to renew. But you also want to incorporate a few new, let's say, people that have become successful, or that you haven't been aware of, or that are simply part of the international network of more than 14,000 mentors that we have to choose from. And this also makes it very interesting to put together always a new chapter in the fall.
Awesome. And what are your responsibilities as a local leader?
Well, on the one hand, it's obviously, from my point of view, to empower founders to enroll into our program so that they can work on their ideas. And especially if these are ideas that are worthwhile pursuing after the pandemic that we had. On the second hand, it's obviously to promote our program, our 3.5 months very structured program, where I'm very convinced that this is something that everybody can profit from. It's not an easy program, I know that, because I always think in this semester we will have more people that make it until graduation, but it's always something that I'm really not surprised, but yeah. People think that being an entrepreneur is easier than it is, and having a good idea and work on that idea is something that can be done with less work than they are really willing to put into. And this is probably one of the main things that yeah, makes it not every or is one of the reasons why not everybody makes it until the end. And then it's also, as a third pillar, build a network of people, being it mentors, investors, partners, or other people in the local entrepreneurial ecosystem that we simply want to be part of, and yeah, get the benefit of being part of that ecosystem, and getting people to know the Founder Institute and to support us and to help us spread the word, get awareness, and be considered from time to time when they do a series of interviews, or just reach out to people and then ask for their opinion.
Awesome. And in your opinion, what does the perfect local leader team look like?
Well, when I enrolled into the program, I was forced is not the right word, but Adeo told me, you need a second co-leader in your chapter in Barcelona. So I came up with that person, and we have now a third guy in the team as well. That's someone from Brazil who lives now in Barcelona since quite a while, and he has gone through the program himself. So this is also obviously a benefit for us. And then we have, since also the last semester, a fourth person that is sort of assistant to us, or let's say like a fellowship, and that person helps us with recording of the sessions, and let's say more logistics things. When we set up in the past, we obviously all our semesters were face-to-face. Now it's the first time that we're going to run a virtual semester. So I'm very looking forward to it, how this will work out. But it's very good to have a team of people that can help either with reaching out to mentors, following up with all the people that have applied and have not decided yet, and then you have to just make the follow-up. And also, once you have started the program, to get these, yeah, I believe in the first 2 or 3 weeks, every single founder, and we had like the last time 29, they have to have like 20 to 30 minutes with one of the co-directors or with one of our team members. And if you're only one, then this will be a lot of work. And if you're 2 or 3, then you can divide that work. And also people always like one person more than the other, so they can choose now between 3 people, and this also makes it easier. And we are all quite different, so I believe that a good mix is a team that has people that are good in sales and marketing, people that are good, let's say, more on the organizational level, that are willing to do all the nitty-gritty stuff that has to be done behind the scenes. Also follow up with the people, so you need to have open-minded, empathetic people that are willing also to, after the different sessions, to go to a pub and have a beer and do some yeah, not massaging the people, but really from time to time, because depending on the feedback that they get during the session, they are really from time to time a little bit dismotivated. So we have them get back on track and say, don't worry, you will see when you do your next assessment, or you better said your next assignments, you will find out what you have to change, and so on and so forth. So at least 2, obviously from my point of view, I have now a team with 3 plus 1. I believe that's, for me right now, the perfect setup.
Great. And the next question, what benefits have you experienced from running an FI chapter? So either personally or professionally, or both?
Well, on the one hand, you're part of, from my point of view, the biggest network of startups on a worldwide basis, with a lot of successful entrepreneurs being mentors, advisors of our graduate companies, or at least helping them during the semester. So being part of this big family and be able to present yourself as one of the FI chapter leaders or local chapter leaders is definitely a different setup than just say, hello, my name is Urs Rothmeyer, and let me explain what we're doing. Just check out fi.co and you get an idea of what I represent. So this is obviously one of the big advantages that I saw also back in 2012, where we were only in 26 cities. Right now we are, I'm not sure if we're already reached the 200 mark or even past it, but it's definitely a different setup now than it was back in 2012. Also, from my point of view, all the people that I was able to meet during these 8 years, being it the people that enrolled into the program, the mentors that we were able to get into the program, and where some of these people became really good friends, up to investors that we invite normally to the sessions where they get rated, and these are also people that are also important, especially for graduates when they then want to get funded. So I would say Founder Institute allowed me to position myself in the local ecosystem, representing a really company that I'm proud of to be part of. And during the last 8 years, I made so many connections. I'm sure that I would have been able to do these connections as well, but probably Founder Institute has been a door opener also for my consulting business. Yeah, I'm very happy with the results so far, and can only encourage people that are thinking about, is it worthwhile all the effort, all the time to set up a semester, to run a chapter, really go for it. The benefits are much higher or much bigger than all the work that you have to put in, and especially the connections that you're able to make. And we have been fortunate enough to have Adeo, I believe, 3 times already, being during Mobile World Congress, or during the 4 years from now, being one of the leaders that came in from San Francisco, from the Silicon Valley, and was then obviously someone who got a lot of attention. So this was really something also that helped us to position Founder Institute in the local community, and to position ourselves as FI leaders in the local chapter. So really the balance is a lot of good things, versus obviously a lot of time that you invested, and running a chapter is not something that you get paid for immediately. Hopefully in the future, if a few startups make it to become big, but this was definitely not my initial motivation to run a chapter.
Thank you. And what is your favorite part about being a local leader?
Now, what I like most is to get to know along the program the really people that are worldwide helping. So there, when you start out a new chapter, then obviously everybody that enrolls, you normally don't know. So from what you read from their applications, you become an idea of is that someone that is ambitious, or is that someone that just wants to try, or is that someone that has a really clear idea? And then through the program, these people make a really big move forward to become much more clear about their idea, about what problem they're solving. And you see which are the people that are really people that walk their talk, that are working hard, people that go the extra mile, to say so, that are not just doing the minimum to stay in the program. And these are normally the people that I like to be with, or to spend most time with, because others, from my point of view, don't really take advantage of the program, although we treat them everybody equally, or we get everybody the same attention, but you just feel that these people are really benefiting like 5 or 10 times more out of the program than others do. And normally these are the people that make it to the end. We always, at the beginning, we make our, how you say that, from the 29, we said, let's make a list of the 8 to 10 people that we believe that will make it to the end. And we are always wrong. Nevertheless, it's really, from my point of view, what I really like most is work with these people during 3.5 months to find out which are the people that, from my point of view, are really the founders that I would like to support even more than others. Because they really go this extra mile, do a little bit more than what is expected, and this is really something that you can see during this 3.5 months very good. Whereas if they will now do this virtual program, we will also get an idea, but it will not be the same, because when you can talk and interact with the people face to face, then obviously the relationship is definitely different than from only virtual.
Absolutely. And for our final question, is there anything else you would like people to know about being a local leader?
You know, I have been asked to talk to a lot of people that started their first semester, and what normally happens is, and it was the same in my case, you think, what do these people in the United States know about our local market? I know how the things go. I know how to do this, and let me do my own stuff. It's nice to get a lot of feedback, and at the end, I found out that all what I've been told was right, and all what I thought, no, I was wrong. So what I encourage people to do is, hey, Founder Institute is now more than 10 years old. They have made all the mistakes. So listen to what they tell you. Be open for constructive feedback. Obviously, try to adapt to local behavior and local culture and all these type of things. But in general, the program works. Don't try to invent things and change things that have been proven during a long time. And say more yes to things. So running a chapter, what I've seen is often people run one chapter and then they're done. Then they say, ooh, so much work and oh my God. And where it really starts getting interesting is when you do 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters. Because then you start to benefit from what you've created in the local network. They become more aware of you. People reach out to you. You are more well known for what you have done. So what I would like to encourage people is don't only run one chapter, but if you commit, then try to run a few and see what happens over time, because only over time you will really get all the benefits of such a big and wonderful program.